Originating from the heart of the ancient Khmer Empire, Kapu Kuialua embodies Cambodia's centuries-old martial heritage. Once practiced by soldiers and palace guards under the shadow of Angkor Wat, this traditional art form is deeply woven into the nation's history. Evidence of its significance can still be seen carved into temple walls, a testament to a time when it protected royalty and shaped the warrior spirit of an empire. Kapu Kuialua is more than just a fighting system. It is a legacy preserved through oral tradition and intricate choreography. Setting it apart from similar Southeast Asian martial arts, the style is famous for its dynamic, circular movements, extended guard positions, and unpredictable footwork. Fighters are rigorously trained to use every part of the body as a weapon, incorporating powerful strikes with fists, elbows, knees, and feet. Yet, the true depth of the art lies in the smooth transitions, from long-range, sweeping kicks to close-in clinch work where elbows and grappling combine in a seamless flow. One of the art's most fascinating aspects is the way it draws inspiration from classical Cambodian dance. Practitioners learn to mask their attacks with rhythmic, graceful shifts, turning deceptive feints into sudden bursts of power. This blending of artistry and combat makes Kapu Kuialua visually striking and highly effective. Its sophisticated trips, throws, and sweeps offer solutions both in self-defense and in the arena of mixed martial arts. In modern times, Kapu Kuialua's resurgence highlights not only its brutal efficiency, but also the cultural pride embedded within each movement. For those lucky enough to witness or study the art, it reveals a world where history, tradition, and practical fighting skill merge into a martial expression uniquely Cambodian, ready to surprise and overcome any challenger. Adamurai stands as one of India's most enigmatic and formidable martial traditions. Originating in the southern state of Tamil Nadu, this ancient discipline was forged by the Tamil Siddha warriors, whose very survival often depended on the art's effectiveness. Developed centuries ago in the turbulent heartlands of southern India, Adamurai was never intended as a display of pageantry or mere physical fitness. Instead, it was designed for the harsh reality of battlefield encounters and the raw unpredictability of self-defense on crowded village streets. The essence of Adamurai is simplicity distilled into ferocity. There's no reliance on elaborate routines or ornamental movement. Every strike, every step, and every breath serves a direct purpose. Practitioners hone powerful open-hand blows, lightning-fast elbow attacks, and calculated low-line kicks meant to disable an opponent instantly. Underneath the visible speed and power lies a precise knowledge of the human body's weak points, or varmum. By targeting nerves and pressure zones, Adamurai combatants can incapacitate their adversaries with remarkable efficiency, sometimes with just a single, well-placed strike. But Adamurai is more than a collection of physical techniques. It's a philosophy of combat rooted in fluid rhythm, controlled breathing, and agile footwork reminiscent of native Tamil dances. Free of wasted motion, the fighter advances with a forward lean, unleashing rapid palm strikes and relentless circular elbows, seamlessly transitioning into joint locks or sweeping throws. This aggressive, close and crush approach stands in sharp contrast to the elaborate posturing of other traditional martial arts. Today, as martial arts from across the globe converge in arenas like MMA, Adamurai's unique approach offers a distinct advantage: unpredictable angles, offbeat striking patterns, and a relentless focus on finishing the fight quickly. It represents the living legacy of the Siddha warriors, a rare blend of cultural heritage and battlefield pragmatism, surviving through centuries as one of India's martial treasures. Lathi Kela, the traditional martial art of Bengal, is a living testament to the ingenuity and resilience of rural Indian communities. Rooted in centuries-old customs, this vibrant discipline is far more than just an exercise in weaponry. It is a holistic system of combat, performance, and culture. At its core lies the formidable lathi, a bamboo staff stretching 6 to 8 feet long, wielded with a unique blend of power, grace, and extraordinary precision. Historically, villagers relied on their mastery of the lathi not only for self-defense, but also for upholding their community's honor during spirited, public duels and festive displays. Beyond the staff's intimidating reach, Lathi reveals a lesser-known but equally sophisticated set of unarmed techniques. Practitioners devote themselves to the nuances of timing, rhythm, and spatial awareness, developing intuitive reflexes that seamlessly translate from stick to bare hands. Their training involves a fluid dance of strikes, parries, locks, and sweeps, each motion designed to either close the gap or keep an adversary at bay. Circular footwork anchors their strategy, enabling rapid shifts and evasions while maintaining impeccable balance and power. This movement, at once subtle and dramatic, is fundamental to both offense and defense. The modern world has begun to notice the hidden potential of Lathi, especially in the context of mixed martial arts. Its distinct rhythm and lateral movement provide practitioners with an uncanny ability to control distance and disrupt an opponent's expectations. When an adversary is met with open-hand strikes and sweeping arcs instead of predictable jabs and hooks, their sense of timing can be swiftly unraveled. Integrated with grappling or close-range clinch tactics, the art form creates a hybrid approach, one focused on misdirection, sudden force, and perpetual motion. Lathi, therefore, is not simply a relic of Bengal's past, but a dynamic, evolving martial tradition with valuable lessons for today's fighters. Nguni stick fighting is a captivating martial tradition that weaves together the history, culture, and spirit of Southern Africa. Deeply embedded within Zulu and Xhosa societies, this art form is far more than a mere contest of brawn. It begins as a rite of passage, a proving ground where young men test their courage, skill, and determination, preparing themselves for roles as leaders and protectors in their communities. The ancient rhythms of stick fighting echo through generations, shaping character and instilling discipline. Each match features two stout sticks, one wielded offensively, the other defensively, and sometimes a small shield. Fighters move with a distinctive rhythm, alternating between flowing footwork and explosive bursts of action. The objective is simple: score clean, decisive hits to the head, arms, or upper body, while deftly fending off incoming blows. Underneath the surface intensity lies a surprisingly subtle game, where anticipation, spatial judgment, and deception are paramount. Success favors not the strongest, but the most attuned, the fighter who turns instinct into art, who sees the next strike before it arrives. Beyond formal competition, the lessons of Nguni stick fighting translate to unarmed situations. Practitioners learn to pivot, feint, and evade, developing lightning-fast reflexes and a deep sense of timing. They move with grace, always circling, always seeking the angle of advantage. These qualities have caught the eye of modern combat athletes. In mixed martial arts, the unique footwork, spatial awareness, and use of angles can unlock new approaches to both offense and defense. While few have yet bridged this ancient art with the modern cage, the potential is unmistakable. Nguni stick fighting, centuries old, continues to shape warriors, adapting, evolving, and inspiring with every clash of sticks. Musti Yuddha, an ancient martial art hailing from the heartlands of northern India, pulses with the spirit of primal combat. For over 2 millennia, in the bustling arenas and regal courts of Vedic civilization, warriors faced off in fierce, bare-knuckle bouts. The name simply means fist combat, but Musti Yuddha was so much more, a test of endurance, cunning, and raw power. Unlike modern gloved boxing, Musti Yuddha unfolded without any padding, allowing for the full force of each punch, elbow, knee, or headbutt. Fighters adopted low, coiled stances, channeling energy from the ground up and twisting their bodies to unleash fearsome strikes. Hands were hardened against stone and wood, pain tolerance celebrated as a mark of true grit. In these contests, there was no bell to save a struggling fighter. The match ended only when one succumbed, either unconscious or in surrender. The art's training mirrored its savage intensity. Conditioning routines toughened not just the body, but the will, forging practitioners who could strike with venom and endure punishment in return. Many of Musti Yuddha's tactics, like its punishing elbows delivered from close range or the unexpected snap of a headbutt, would feel at home in modern mixed martial arts, yet their roots sink deep into history. Although nearly vanished today, with only faint echoes lingering in pockets of Varanasi and Bengal, Musti Yuda's influence is undeniable. It predates now-famous arts like Muay Thai and Western boxing, yet shares their focus on distance, counterattacks, and ironclad resilience. There's a certain thrill in imagining its revival, a stripped-down, pure form of combat that recalls gladiatorial days, stirring audiences not with spectacle, but with the timeless spectacle of human grit and survival. High in the windswept Andes of Bolivia, an ancient tradition echoes through the generations. Tinku. A ritual combat born from the heart of the Quechua and Aymara people. Meaning encounter, Tinku is far more than an act of violence. It's a living testament of strength, sacrifice, and communal pride. Each year, villages converge in open fields, transforming festival grounds into arenas where grievances are settled and Mother Earth, Pachamama, is honored with blood spilt in the heat of struggle. Participants step into the fray bare-knuckled, their fists sometimes wrapped in cloth or armured with metal, prepared for the raw brutality to come. There is no weight class, no scorekeeper, only the will to represent one's community. Combatants size each other up without the formalities of modern martial arts, relying instead on compact, rhythmically charged striking. Headbutts, tight hooks, and clinches dominate the exchange as each fighter pushes forward, absorbing blows with a stoic resilience honed by years of hardship and tradition. Yet, beneath the surface, Tinku is as much about psychological triumph as it is about physical prowess. Entering the ring, a fighter faces not only their opponent, but also the expectations of an entire village, every bruise and victory a symbol of honor. The relentless drive of Tinku warriors, trained to persevere amid pain and chaos, imbues them with a unique mental toughness seldom matched in other combat sports. If these fierce traditions were adapted to modern MMA, a Tinku practitioner would emerge as a relentless brawler, wielding unorthodox movement, constant pressure, and a seemingly unbreakable chin. Their endurance and aggression could unsettle even the most technical of fighters, blending ancestral ferocity with contemporary skills. In the cage, the spirit of the Highlands would live on, unyielding and proud.